So that was a good workout. It's only 15 minutes and you know, we went straight through. There were no stops. So it really works you out. And if you'd like to work out with me and the woman that I was working out with, I will link that information below. But now I'm going to show you one of the meals that I am having for breakfast on my Whole30. If you remember in one of my previous weight loss videos, I talked about being on the Whole30. Well, I'm still on the Whole30. I'm still doing my intermittent fasting. But what I've learned on the Whole30 is that everything has sugar in it. So I've cut out the sugar, I've cut out the bread. There's no snacking other than healthy snacks like fruits and vegetables. So I am staying with the Whole30. So I'm going to take you in the kitchen and we're going to make one of my breakfast meals that I would have on the Whole30. So we're in the kitchen and I'm just going to make one of the breakfasts that I have on the Whole30. It's very simple. I just call it my vegetable eggs. And I also have some cut up potatoes. I took 2 fresh potatoes and cut them up and I have them in the air fryer at the moment. But I'm going to use just a little bit of olive oil. Let's see. Since this is a non-stick pan, we don't need much. Just a little drizzle. Maybe a little more of olive oil in the pan, and I'm just going to spread that around and let that get a little hot. And you saw my ingredients earlier, tomatoes and onions and peppers. I also have some spinach. What I did was I just combined my ingredients in this bowl. And one other ingredient that I added some mushrooms. I cut up a little bit of mushroom and put in there. Now normally I would have some cheddar cheese, but on the Whole30 we're not allowed to have any cheese. So I have my mushrooms. So this is again just some peppers, some tomatoes, onions, and mushrooms. And so I'm just going to pour them into my pan and let them cook a little bit. So I'm going to pour them in and just let them cook a little bit. And right now, normally I would be making for me and my husband and my sons, but today I'm just making for myself. My husband had to work and my sons have already had their breakfast. So I'm just going to spin that around. I'm going to add to that some lemon pepper. Some lemon pepper. And you have to be careful with lemon pepper. I read the ingredients on one that I bought and it had sugar. So you want to, you know, on the Whole30 you have to find a lemon pepper that does not have any sugar. So I just added a little bit of onion powder, even though I have onions in there. I'm adding a little bit of garlic. And again, I'm just going to stir that around. Make sure my fire's good. Just stir that around. I like my mushrooms to brown a little bit. You know, not too brown, but just where, you know, they're not as pale as they are when they come out of the container. And then I'm going to add spinach. And if you know anything about spinach, it seems like as much as you add, it always just cooks down to nothing. But I'm going to add my spinach in. Stir that around. And I think I'm going to add just a little bit more lemon pepper. And a little bit more garlic. Now, I don't know if you like me, but I put garlic in everything. I really love garlic, and it's good for you. So, and this is just some baby spinach. You know, at one time I thought to cut the tails off, you know, the little tails, but I've grown to where I can just eat them just the way they are. Actually, the tail gives it a little bit of a crunch. So as you can see, my spinach is cooking down to almost nothing. But I just give that a stir. And then I'm going to go and get 2 eggs. I'll grab 2 eggs. And you can do 2 or 3, however many you eat. But 2 is good for me, you know, with all of the vegetables and with the potatoes. Now, I'm not going to be making any meat with it today because I can have bacon on Whole30, but it has to be bacon that doesn't have sugar in it. It's something called naked bacon, and I haven't found any place near me yet that has the naked bacon. So as soon as I can find it or order it online, I will be making myself some bacon along with this. Now I need to have a little pepper, so let me just grab some pepper. And you might want to put salt. I try to go really easy on salt. So what I do is I'm learning to cook the food and then just add my salt at the end when I, you know, put it on the plate. So I'm just taking this and stirring it around. Just bringing the egg into all of the ingredients. And really, you know, I could have added 3 eggs if I wanted a little more egg. It seems to look like I have more vegetables than eggs, but that's good. And I just stir it around now. I like mine sort of medium well. I don't like them too soft, and I don't really like them too hard anymore. But I like them to be, you know, well done. And I just flip them. Getting all the ingredients together. And just let them cook. Again, I don't like my eggs to be too soft or anything like that. But I also don't like them to be too hard. So I'm just going to take and flip them, and I think that they're getting to where I want them to be cooked in with the vegetables. Okay, and then I think I'm just going to add a little bit more pepper. And I'm going to turn my fire off because I think they look pretty good. So I'm going to turn my fire off and get ready to plate them. Okay, so let me just grab a plate. Okay. And let's see. Put that up on here. This spatula I have is really not a great one. I need to get me a better spatula, one that's a little more sturdy. But this was the one that I had at hand, so I'm doing the best I can with it. just to get everything that I can here. Let's see, let's add that on in like that. Yeah, I think that's good. So we're gonna move that out the way. And then, as I said, I cut up some potatoes in the air fryer, and I'm going to bring them to the plate. So I'm just adding some of the homemade potatoes to the plate. Again, I just cut them in, you know, in your home fry sort of style. And I'm going to add those. And I'm going to get my hot seeds. I think I have my hot seeds over here. And I can't have your regular ketchup. I have to use ketchup that has no sugar in it, and I either can make it or I can purchase it, and I haven't purchased it yet. So what I do is I just add some hot seeds, or I may add some hot sauce. So that would be it. I have my vegetable eggs and my home fried potatoes that I made in the air fryer, you know, cutting back on all the grease and everything that you would have with your regular fried potatoes. And I would fix myself a nice cup of coffee with a little bit of almond milk and cinnamon, and that would be my breakfast. So that's all I have for you today. I'm glad that you spent this time with me exercising and making one of my breakfasts on the Whole30. If you'd like more information on the Whole30, I will attach a link below. And if you do decide to come aboard, please send me a comment. I'd like to hear from you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, be you, do you, and love the life you live right now.